Guys, welcome back to some Gilded Guardians. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down rubies, where to spend them, where it is really beneficial. Now, for a majority of players, they are burning through and they are running out of their rubies in their entirety. Now, of course, you can buy rubies, but overall, they are super expensive. If you manage your rubies properly, you won't have to worry about this with the things that you're buying. And again, we kind of want to run through where is the most important spots, and of course, which places are really not worth buying and really spending those rubies at all. Starting with our first one is guild donations. Now, when it comes to guild donations, the advanced donation, as you can see, we have the check mark in here, meaning we're getting some guild coins, we're getting the merit, and we also are getting the contribution. Resources required for guild development. If you are in a guild, you have to do your advanced contributions. That is non-negotiable. That is 100% the biggest value you're going to get for your rubies, period, are going to be the donations here. And of course, with the donations, you can actually level up your guild. Through the donations as well, you can unlock all of the guild perks that we have in there. And also looking at the guild power again. When you think about the overall arcing, weeks into months, into years of playing Guild of Guardians, especially when it gets to the point, the guild contributions are by far number one that you want to focus on. Second one is your energy regeneration. Now, for a majority of players, energy regeneration is going to be the place because when it comes to gear, and that's what we're going to look at first, gear is probably one of the biggest overlooked parts to this game itself. When you look at the gear and when you look at the ability to build gear, it takes a long time. Because of course, when it comes to crafting, even using our energy right now, this is where you go up this little plus sign. You're going to use available purchases left today. There are 10. You are going to use all 10 of these every single day, guys. And I cannot stress it enough in the generation of the resources, not only the resources generation for the chests that you get, but the resource generation of being able to build some of that tier 6 gear. And we know really looking at Act 2, there's going to be higher tier gear, which again means this is going to be a much higher priority to make sure you're doing this and you're doing this all the time. It's going to give you scrolls. It's going to give you the materials to advance the gear. It's also going to give you gold. A lot of things do come out of here. Now, one thing you do have to note is the cooldown on the bag cannot go past 3 hours. So even right now where I'm at 243, I am not going to do the refreshes or more refreshes. I'm going to wait probably an hour or two, do a bunch of refreshes, and then go ahead and continue building these out. Auto merge, probably the best thing that we've ever seen. And of course, this is going to roll up into forging the gear. Forging the gear is going to roll into fusing the gear, which is exactly where it is a game changer. Even looking at the gear you have in here, you of course want to aim for the tier 6 level 3 gear for all of your heroes. So we are literally going through and recycling this as we continue to build gear. Now, of course, the adventure mode. The adventure mode, again, is another place you don't want to overlook for the utilization. When it comes to the energy available for purchase left today, we have 8. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy 3 more of these because when it comes to these areas, when it comes to challenge number 3, and of course, once we start getting more material in here or more content in the adventure mode, it's going to make a big difference. But this is the place you're getting everything you need. So when you start looking at the hero generation, especially if you are free to play, but even if you're looking to get souls, the recycling of the heroes, you're getting your materials to actually build up all of your gear right there. You're getting scrolls, you're getting gold. You're also getting right here your power stones to go ahead and build up the gear. Everything you need to make progression and progress faster within Guild of Guardians sits right here and sits with the reiteration of farming out all of these dungeons. And of course, if you look right here, I went through the Requiem, so that is done. Deadlands is done. I farm every single one. So each one of these actually has 2 sweeps that we can do in here. And I go through and I farm these every single day. And again, when you start thinking of the dailies to the weeklies to the monthlies, this is huge because we're getting so many heroes in here that allows us to go ahead and recycle the heroes, which I'll look at in just a minute. But the recycling of the heroes gives you the ability to get more souls. More souls mean that you're building out heroes and you're building them out faster. So where are some of the big places that players are wasting rubies? Probably one of the absolute biggest places is the arena. When you start looking at arena tickets, you can buy more tickets in here once you're out of tickets. Because the arena is kind of a back and forth, you're going to be essentially doing wins, you're going to be having defeats. I would not, and I do not recommend burning or using any of your tickets in here. Even when it comes to the rush mode in here, we have 3. You can see we do get 1 free one with our energy token. I would not buy them in here because you get to do this every single day. As long as you're completing both or all 3 of your daily missions, I'm not really concerned about where we are. I wouldn't spend my time, I wouldn't spend my rubies in here to go ahead and buy it. Now, the endless mode, in my opinion, this is a different story. This is a place where, again, energy token, I pick up one of these. This costs 500 rubies. I do purchase this every day. Now, you could, some players do not. The big thing in here is with the endless mode, it gives me the ability to actually use these 4 tickets. The 4 tickets that I utilize, of course, give me legendary gear. You can see we have a lot. We're waiting for the new Gruff store that is coming up, but it gives me the ability to not only get the scrolls, but I also do build out or buy the star stones in here as well. So we can continue building out all of the exclusive items that we're getting out of the legendary gear. And again, this is kind of a rinse and repeat. I'm waiting, again, stockpiling all of our endless coins to see what is going to happen with those heroes and essentially where it is going to be. And of course, guys, this is kind of a luxury when you're going through here, but when you're focusing on the leaderboards and really right here, we're at 902 and we haven't even done our run for today. We're promoted to gold. We started again way back for the rewards back into, I believe, silver or no, bronze. It put us in bronze. You can see it put us in bronze, but it says we're being promoted to gold. Of course, the resource generation, when you start getting to these higher tiers, is really astronomical. That is the reason why scoring higher in this game mode is going to yield you more rewards. By the yielding of more rewards, you're going to be able to make more progression. Now, of course, when it comes to resets, this was another place where players are literally just burning through its stupid, insane amount of diamonds because, of course, it is 500 to refresh all 5 quests. Honestly, when it comes to the cost, when it comes to the return, chances are, and again, this one, you're kind of rolling the dice. You could do a refresh. You could get green quests in here. You could get rare. You could get epic. But overall, you're rolling the dice in here, which is the reason why I do not reset. I mean, the only way that this might be effective is if you do get the basic, just the white quest, which I do have right here. I dispatch it. I have all the heroes. I have everything I need in here. But if you reset to white quests, but when you start looking at your green, when you start looking at the rare, the epic, legendary, even the mythic, I wouldn't refresh them at all because, again, when you look at the cost, when you look at the return, it is not really worth it with the rubies itself. Now, of course, when it comes to summons, when it comes to the shops, when it comes to the blacksmith, not really worth it. It is going to be something that you're going to see on a regular basis. It is really not worth it at all to go in there and do it. And of course, with the summons, now with the addition or the changes that we've seen to the guild, you can see we have 105 of these summoning stones. The reason being, there's nothing else to buy at this point. To the point of them refreshing the shop, resetting the shop, giving us different things in the guild shop itself, the store, it's going to make a big difference because, of course, when we start looking at the shop and looking at the store itself and looking at the guild store, short of the summoning stones, the advanced material is not worth it. The tier 2 gear is just kind of stupid because, of course, we're building out and we have tier 6 gear. This should level up based on the tier that you're at. But looking at these wares, I buy these 2 out. We're at 11,000 stones already. So we could even buy another 10 right here, which again, we can go ahead and do this. And of course, you can buy as many as you want, but summons themselves, that is another place. Rubies, do not use, guys. I repeat, do not use them for rubies. Now, of course, going in here, we're still doing the exact same thing that we've been trying to get some of our legendary heroes. We are doing the Ascension or the Radiance on our legendary heroes. And then we are sacrificing the legendary heroes, just like we've done time and time again. If you've caught any of my videos, that is the way that we are building up all of our heroes, is through sacrificing the heroes themselves. And of course, Guardian space is full like it always is. So I'll hop in here, we'll do the sacrifice. And of course, even though I rate Guild of Guardians, it still pops that up all the time. I don't know exactly why. But going in here to sacrifice our commons and our rares, boom, we'll go ahead and sacrifice all of those, giving us the souls we need to progress other heroes. Anyone who is of the 3-star variety, because I have everyone in 4 stars except Talia, which I do not see up there. We're going to go ahead, we're going to sacrifice these, giving us, look, another 700 souls, which is very cool. And like I said, with our Guardians, we have been going through trying to farm up the Radiant Souls. There's the free Morax that we just got. But again, looking at Radiant and really giving the Radiance to these heroes, we have been doing the exact same. So we got Anira. We're going to do the Radiance with the Ascension Seals we got. There we go. It'll take a minute to go ahead and Radiance this hero. And then, of course, we're just sacrificing these heroes to build up the primary heroes we're looking for. Doing the exact same. So we'll go in here. We got Ocelot, which I believe that was one of the free ones we got from the polls. We'll sacrifice, boom, we'll sacrifice this one. It's going to take a minute through the ritual to sacrifice it. These are guardians that I'm not focused on. They are not guardians I'm going to build. So overall, they are ones, again, that we are going to use as kind of our sacrificial lambs to go ahead and build these up. Now, of course, we got this one built up a little bit further. We have 2,000 that we're sacrificing. We also do have a lot in here. Sacrificing the guardian like we've seen before. There we go. We sacrifice that one as well. It'll take a minute. It'll pop up. There we go. Sacrifice has been completed. Wait for that to go away, but that is going to give us another 4,000 radiant, or right there, 1,000 radiant souls, 4,000, or excuse me, 1,000 redeemer souls, 4,000 radiant souls. That's exactly what we are looking for to pull and get out of here with those sacrifice. So Ascension, sacrifice. Now, of course, when it comes to seals, you can buy the seals super cheap through Erie's store. That's exactly what we've been doing. And then, of course, we do have our cracked heart. 12,000 in here. This might be a time. Can we at our 60%? Now, last time we failed, we have 11. And then, of course, Radiance 4. Let's go and enlighten the hero. It will destroy our NFT, our cracked heart rate here. Fingers crossed we failed last time, guys, that we did this. Let's see. It's going to be 12.5 or it's going to be 12.5. There it is. Yes. Yes, we got it. Super, super stoked. So that does take us to 12.5 for Radiance in here. Awesome. We have been working on building up these Guardians. And this is what it's about, guys. Getting in here, building out these heroes one by one, even looking here once we get a couple more of our Imperial Souls, and then building out and farming the Radiance. It just takes time to get the heroes. Even looking here, the cap, I believe, is 60%, just like we've seen before. So this could take us to 11.5 as well. But that is awesome to see that she is at 12.5. We have continuously built these heroes out, guys, and it's awesome to see. Now, of course, Radiant Chance in this one is going to be even lower. I believe it goes to 50%, might still be 60, but I think 50% is the cap. Nope, 60 is still there, which again means when we get another cracked Radiant Heart, which is of course filling in here, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna continue the Radiance on these heroes all the way to 1510 where we can build them out. But all right, guys, so that is gonna do it for today's video. Super stoked that we got it. And of course, Ruby utilization is very, very important. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.